بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله وعلى أهل بيتك المظلومين صلى الله عليك يا وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. Everybody together. Place your hands on your heart. Let us all say salam to Abu Abdullah al-Hussein this night. Assalamu ala al-Hussein. Everybody. Wa ala ورحمة الله وبركاته صلوات. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this year the year of the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajrullah ta'ala Farajah Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst His companions and sincere soldiers with the blessing of another loud salawat. Respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. O you who have faith, be wary of Allah and be with the truthful. In these nights and within these 2 months of Muharram and Safar, we have seen and we have read and we have heard many people have changed. Many people have followed the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Many people's life has been reshaped. Many perspectives has changed. And people became better than what they were before the month of Muharram and Safar. That is something amazing about these 2 months and especially these nights. The nights of the first 10 days of Muharram that we gather together. It is very important for us, brothers and sisters, when we come to these majalis or we hear our majalis as online, to have this mindset that I want to take something from these majalis, from these narrations, from these verses of the Holy Quran and the stories of the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam, for me to become better. As we always say, there's always room for improvement. Whatever level of yaqeen and iman and faith we are in, we can improve. We can go higher and higher and higher. If our demeanor and characteristics and morality is good, we can make it better. If it's better, we can make it best. And we can go higher and higher and higher. So this should be the mindset when we attend, starting myself. When I prepare this lecture and I come here and it's an honor for me to serve this community, the mindset should be that I need to gain something, to get something to change, rather than only coming here for thawab. Sitting within the majalis of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, every minute of it has reward for us, no doubt. Every minute, every second, every inhale and exhale we do within the gatherings of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, there is a reward for it, no doubt. But we can increase that thawab by us to determine something, to make a decision. That Mustafa, from tonight, after tonight's lecture, whatever you said, you make sure you apply it yourself and you go one level higher. Our lives and what we do and how we live is based on our perspective. It's based on our objective of this life and how and why and what we define our life. Some people define their life and their lifestyle and their objective is to become a millionaire. Money is their objective. Nothing wrong with it. Islam is not against having a good life, becoming a millionaire and billionaire. No, not at all. Some people think that if you want to be really, really religious, you should put financial and money and wealth completely aside and you should be very, very poor, very dirty. No. Islam is not about this. Have a good life. Become a billionaire. We need a lot of billionaires within our community. Work hard, put effort. But make sure you don't forget about your khums and zakat and sadaqah and hajj and your religious obligation. Our objective shapes our lifestyle. What we're trying to become, what we're trying to accomplish, changes our perspective and our lifestyle on a daily basis. That goal, that mission, that vision changes our perspective. For example, I give you a very personal example. I read a lot of these personal development books, Brian Tracy, John C. Maxwell, Tony Robbins, and you name it. I read a lot of them. They all unanimously give this point that you need a mentor. You need to have someone that guides you within your field, that walks you, that guides you step by step toward your mission, toward your vision, toward the goal that you're trying to accomplish. I had someone in mind. He doesn't live in America. He lives in Najaf. Ayatollah, I had in mind that I think that he's the only one that can mentor me because he knows my personality. He lived in the West. He knows English. He sees what I see. And he is hundreds of steps higher than me in education, in knowledge, in wisdom. That was in the back of my mind. So that's an objective. I need a mentor. He used to mentor me here and there over WhatsApp, Skype here or there. But being in close contact with him and meeting him on a daily basis was something that I had in mind. But I never thought of moving to Iraq. I lived in Virginia since 2000 until 2019, more than 19 years. Then an event happened within a matter of, I can tell you, a minute. It didn't take more than a minute. The decision was made that my whole family, we moved from Virginia to Najaf. Last year we did the move. That objective was there. And I told you, the life in Najaf is not easy. The physical life in Iraq is not easy. Right now it's 120 degrees during the daytime. And imagine no electricity for 6 hours. You do the math. But that objective, that mission, that vision, that goal reshaped my personality, my life, and decisions that I make. Even though it's very difficult, by every day I enjoy it. Why? Because it's getting me closer to my objective, to my goal, what I'm trying to accomplish, who I am trying to become. So you see how important it is for us to know what we want to become, who we want to become. If I don't have a goal in mind, I just keep going. It's not a month of joke, but it's good for us to have this joke. It's good for us to understand. A father tells his son, son, study. He was a young kid. Told him, why, Dad? He said, well, you finish elementary. He said, okay, and then? He said, after elementary, you'll go to middle school. And then, he said, after middle school, you go to high school. And then, you go to college. And then, you become a doctor or an engineer or architect. And then, you'll be respected and you have a lot of wealth. And then, nothing. That's it. The son said, well, Dad, you want me to go through all of this, then nothing? Well, I'm not going to go to elementary, middle, high school, and nothing. From now, nothing. Why should I go through all the difficulties of math and science and studying and homework and sleepless nights writing articles, then nothing? Well, nothing from now. Why should I go through these difficulties and hardships? Because there was no objective, there was no vision, there was no mission, there was no goal. Unfortunately, the Western society, the Western ideology, which has unfortunately influenced the Eastern ideology, they have reshaped our perspective, objective, what are we trying to accomplish? The goal is all about materialistic lifestyle. Every day, the base of this system is materialistic mindset, consumerism. Just keep buying and buying and buying. My son says, Dad, when they were younger, we were here, you're not paying cash, you're just giving a card. Well, that card is giving you a limit, and they increase the limit, the more you spend, the increase. So you say, okay, I have more limit on my credit card, let me spend more. And I'll pay it. Let me spend more and I'll pay it. Let me spend more. It's all about spending. We had good 64-inch TV. The 74-inch came. Okay, let's buy that. We had a good couch. Let's get better couch. We had a good house. Well, let's remodel it. It's all about spending material. Continues. Again, we clarified ourselves. Islam is not against materialistic life. It's not about against having a good life in this world. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Dunya and akhirah حسنة. But we make sure that doesn't become our objective. That doesn't become our goal that I'm trying to accomplish. What do I see myself in 10, 15 years from now? 5 years. A lot of our youth, a lot of our adults also, not only youth, they don't know what they're trying to accomplish. They don't know where they are heading. They see something here and there. They hear something from here and there. They talk with different people and they make a decision in life. But it is our responsibility as a community, as the religious leaders, as the adults, as the elders, as the youth together, as a community, we come hand in hand together where we are trying to go. What are we trying to achieve? And are we going toward that direction or not? I'll give you another example. In Imam Ali Center, where I was the resident alim in Virginia, we had two goals as a whole center. As the resident alim and the religious leader and the management of the center, we had two goals. Number one, from 2011 until 2018, for 8 years that I was there, number one goal was to unite the Shia. That was our objective. A lot of discussion is there for us to unite with the non-Shia. Well, my objective was first, let us, our own Shia community, unite first. Then we go outside with the non-Shia. If within my household, I have Iraqis, Afghanis, Iranians, Pakistanis, Khojas, everybody introduce themselves based on their nationality, not based on their madhab, well, that's not a unity. But alhamdulillah, I heard that this community is a diverse community. That's a blessing. That's a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have a diverse community. What gathers us here is the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, not our nationality. So we said that our center is not going to have the label of one ethnicity, one nationality. No. It's not a Pakistani mosque. It's not a masjid. It's not Irani. It's not Iraqi. It's not Afghani. It's nothing. It's a Shia mosque. Everybody is welcome. Shia, non-Shia. But it's a Shia mosque. That was the first objective. And for that objective, we worked day and night because we had some people that they really wanted to keep that ethnicity, that culture, which I always have said, and I had one very, very strong lecture bashing the culture. A lot of stuff that we do and we make decision is based on our culture, not based on the religion. All of our cultures, despite whatever cultures that we have, whatever ethnicity and nationality, all of our cultures, Irani, Iraqi, Pakistani, Lebanese, Syrians, whatever culture that it is, it has negative and positive. It has some goods in it and bad. But the only culture that doesn't have any negativity in it is the culture of Muhammad and Al Muhammad. That's the culture that all of us, we should come under. This umbrella of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. If we come all of us under, what is culture? Everything that we do, everything that we say, we both in Arabic and Farsi, we say aib. Unfortunately, whatever Islam has said is aib and haram, it's allowed. But when it comes to our culture, well, Sheikh, what people would say about me? Within our culture, the age of marriage is X. Within our culture, mahar or the dowry is X. Within our culture, the wedding should be this way. The reception should be this way. Within our culture, hijab should be this way. Not what Islam and the culture of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam have said. You see, Iraqi woman wears different hijab than Afghani women, then wear different hijab than Pakistani woman wears different hijab than Lebanese woman wear different hijab. It's the culture, it's not the religion. And the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, for all of us, there is a role model. Men and women, young and old, scholar and non-scholar, we have role model within the culture of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. But I, Mustafa Akhound, I am so motivated by my culture that I have forgot my religiosity, my religion and the madhab of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, because I don't read the ahadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. I don't know. So when I don't know, what I apply within my family, within my household, will be what I heard from my parents. My parents, they hear it from from their cousins, from their relatives. That becomes our culture. That shapes our culture. So action plan will be, starting tonight, inshallah. Every night we have a couple of action plans. Because it's not only for us coming here, sitting here, just, again, we're getting thawab with every minute of us spending time within the majalis of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Rather, no, I, Mustafa Akhound, want to change starting tonight. By the blessing of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, that he brought me here tonight. Don't think that you came by yourself to this majlis. Nope. It wasn't your decision completely. Invitation comes from Fatima to Zahra salamullah alayha and our beloved Imam Mahdi ajalullah ta'ala faraj sharif and Imam Hussein for you to attend the majalis of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Don't take it lightly. Know your own value. You have a lot of value in the eyes of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam that you are sitting, listening to the words of Ahlul Bayt and the verses of the Holy Quran. Going back to our topic. Objective. What I'm trying to accomplish within the next 5, 10, or 15 years. Each and every one of us, we have a goal in life. Unfortunately, some people, they don't have a goal at all. They just live day by day. They are waiting for that Friday to come, to get the paycheck and to spend it on X, Y, Z and pay the bills. Their objective is every 2 weeks, every month, and they're waiting for the end of the year, for the vacation to come, and they're planning for the vacation, and that becomes their daily routine. Mission, nothing. Goal, nothing. Objective, nothing. It's like that kid. Why should I go through all of this hassle, then nothing? Well, I don't do it from now. Nothing from now. But religion of Islam gives us vision, gives us objective, gives us goal. This is what I want you to be, religion says. What I'm trying to accomplish. So the goal that I think it applies to all of us, despite all of our field of work, our majors, ages, gender, This goal applies to all of us, brothers and sisters, young and old. We all can have this one goal, and every day think about this one goal. Every day, what can I do to get one step closer to this one goal? As the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam states, "Man arada shay'an nalahu aw ba'dahu." If you have a goal in mind and you keep thinking about that goal on a daily basis and you take every day one step toward that goal, you will either achieve it or you would get close to it. Look back into your lives. For those who have passed 30, 40. All of us, we had smaller goals. Well, one goal was for me to buy a car. Well, I worked, I saved, and I bought my dream car. I wanted to buy my dream house. I saved and I worked and I saved and I worked and I borrowed in here and there, and then I bought that dream house. I wanted to lose weight. Well, I had a plan and I exercised and I watched my diet and I lost that weight. I wanted to buy that MK bag, purse, that Louis Vuitton purse. I kept nagging to my husband. I kept nagging and nagging and nagging. I kept telling and telling. And they said, okay, here's your purse. I wanted that PS4 or Xbox One or whatever new technologies there. I kept nagging my father and my parents. They bought it for me. I had a goal, small goal, and I kept thinking about it and I achieved it. I wanted to get raised at my work. I kept showing myself to my boss. They gave me that raise. They increased me. They gave me a higher position. So that was a goal. But the topic of these 10 nights that, again, I have the honor to be amongst you, and I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this, is to have this one goal that applies to all of us, again, despite our gender, despite our age, and whatever we're doing in life to provide for our family. This goal applies to us. We can have it, all of us, united. We can have this one goal. And if we come as a community, individuals, we go toward this goal. And as a community, we help one another to this goal. That's the best goal to have in life. That will be the definition. That will be the meaning. That will be رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. What is this goal? That this goal is not the goal that I have said. This is the goal that Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam and Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam have set this goal for themselves. There's nothing I came up with it. I have nothing from my own. Everything we have is within the verses of the Holy Quran and the Hadith and the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Action plan. The first action plan was what? Anybody with us? The first action plan was that every decision that we're trying to make, let us see, are we doing it based on our culture or based on our madhab? Do I care what people say or do I care what Allah say? Do I care what people say or do I care what Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam say? Every decision. Second action plan will be everything that we do and we want to make decisions, it shouldn't come from anyone but Allah and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. أطيعوا Allah, أطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم. Obey Allah, Rasulullah, and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Nothing else. No philosophers, no thinkers, no Western philosophers. No. Allah and Ahlul Bayt. There is no path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except Ahlul Bayt. I will repeat. There is no path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except the path of Ahlul Bayt. We hear this. Unfortunately, I heard it from a scholar, which he attributed this saying to Commander of the Faithful Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, which is completely false. It's not a hadith. If he would say this hadith during the month of Ramadan while he was fasting, his fast would have invalidated because he attributed lies to Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. He said there is a hadith, I'm quoting him, that path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as the amount of people on this earth. Where does this hadith come from? The path, one path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists, and that's the path of Muhammad and Al Muhammad. That's only one path. Anybody tells you, well, here, there, only one path. Truth is only one truth. There are not many truths. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. The right path. Ayatul Kursi we read يخرجهم من الظلمات plural إلى النور. النور, the light. Who said there are many lights? It's only one. So what is this goal? That we are trying that inshallah within these 10 nights, every day take one step getting closer to this very, very crucial, important goal that each and every one of us should not think of anything else but this goal. That Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, if I lived during the time of the Imam, our Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajul sharif, لَخَدَمْتَهُ طُولَ حَيَاتِي. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, if I live during the life of Imam al-Mahdi, I will serve him. I will serve him my entire life. So the goal will be, how can I become a good soldier of Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajul sharif? Doesn't it apply to all of us? When was the last time, Mustafa, you thought about this? When was the last time you thought about your Imam Mustafa? Sheikh, I'm so busy with my life and my bills, there are so many bills to pay. There are so many shows to watch. There are so many articles to write. There are so many hours that I have to put to my job. The only time that I remember Imam Mahdi's 15th of Sha'ban birthday, we come here, we celebrate, and we move on. Jum'ah, I've heard something that it relates to Imam Mahdi. That's it. Is this it? So the action plan will be the third. How can I become a good soldier, a loyal soldier of Imam Mahdi? The topic will be, for these 10 nights, learning from the companions of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, learning lessons from their life for us to become a good soldier and companion of Imam al-Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajul sharif. The relationship between Imam Mahdi and Imam Hussein, and between Mahdawiyya and Ashura and Karbala, that will be inshallah for tomorrow night. Starting this Ramadan that passed, I came to my mind, based on the hadith, a very beautiful quote. I translated it, but I saw the hadith later on. Inshallah, we'll repeat this every night. Pay attention to it. Learn from others' experience. Don't become experience for others. Think about this. I'll repeat it. Let your life and my life to be learning from others' experience, not becoming experience for, say it, others. Say things so I know you are with me. Third time. Learn from others' experience, do not become experience for others. Where do we learn this from? A hadith of Ahl Bayt and the verses of the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran is completely teaching us to learn from others' experience. Bringing story after story, nations after nations, individual after individuals. Allah says, for example, chapter 79, verse 15. هل أتاك حديث موسى? Did you receive the story of Moses? That's verse 15. And then Allah talks about Fir'aun and what he did all the way until chapter 79, verse 26. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَعِبْرَةٌ لِمَنْ يَخْشَى. Verily, and this is an instructive admonition for whosoever fears Allah. Bani Israel, after Bani Israel, after Bani Israel, again and again and again. Every chapter, every other chapter, you see the story of Bani Israel. Prophet Yusuf, ala nabina wa alayhi salam, Adam, Yahya, Zakaria, nations, Qawm, Ud, Thamud, Ad, one nation after one nation. Allah is telling us what? Learn from others' experience. Don't become experience for others. Thank you, brother. And one brother is with us. Let's have salawat for him. We listen, we sit within our majalis, we read a history book, but we don't analyze it. We don't sit and think about every word that is in this book. In college, in universities, we read, for example, Greek myth, Greek gods. And we go and in the literature class, for example, or English class, we read that one story and we go line by line and we try to analyze it, what this God was trying to do, what was the relationship between this God and the other God, all fiction. But when it comes to me reading Quran, I take the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum, la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm, lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Alhamdulillah, I read the Quran cover to cover, 1 month of Ramadan. May Allah give me blessings. إن في ذلك لعبرة لمن يخشى. Verily, in this is an instructive admonition for whoever fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, the lives of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, and the verses of the Holy Quran, again is teaching us, learn from others and not to become an experience for others. So that's why we have taken the lives of Ansar, of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Why Ansar? Why companionship? Why? Before this, events within the history, there are of two kinds. One kind, vain, useless, pointless. We read through them and we just pass by it. Nothing to benefit us. But there are events within history that every second of that event is a lesson. It's very important for us to know of it. For example, Ghadir. For example, Saqifa. For example, Ashura. It's very important for every Muslim to know these three events in detail, from the beginning to the end, without missing one point. Ghadir, Saqifa, Ashura. How much do I know of him? How much information I have about Ghadir? I met a scholar in Iran. He has given more than 1,000 lectures about Ghadir. And he said, I'm still not finished. Ceremony of Ghadir. The last and the longest ceremony given by the prophets. We had, how many prophets we have? Yeah, be with me. 100, don't be shy. 124,000 prophets. From Prophet Adam ala nabina wa alayhi salam all the way to our prophet. The last and the longest sermon given by any prophet is by our prophet was Khutbat al-Ghadir. It takes about 2 hours. Have I read it? Sheikh, do I have time to receive Sermon al-Ghadir? The only thing I need to know, man kuntu mawla fa hadha aliyan mawla. That's only one line of this. 2 hours Rasulullah lectured his last sermon. I, the follower of Rasulullah, haven't read it from the beginning to the end. Saqifa. How much do I know about Saqifa? Sheikh, history, leave it. That was something in the back, in the past. Let us just move forward. Nope. Events within the history, if we look at them with the mindset that I want to learn from every minute of it, it changes my life. Let me give you an example. I used to produce documentaries. I used to write and direct documentaries. One of them was about the life of reverts, those who accepted the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. I met a lot of them. And it was a very beautiful show. I learned a lot from them. An individual, a sister, a white American sister. I interviewed her more than 8 hours. She talked our tape. I told her, what was that turning point? What was that? This is it. I'm going to follow the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. I'm going to be Shia. What was that point? What made you to accept the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam? What was it? Look, when we say history is important, it's because of this reason. She said, I was looking through the life of the Prophet. I read and I read and I read. I got to the point that Rasulullah was martyred, shaheed, Never say Wafat al-Rasul, Shahadat al-Rasul. Rasulullah did not die a normal death. He is a shaheed. We always say within our culture again, Wafat al-Rasul. No. Clarification. Shahadat al-Rasul. Rasulullah was murdered. She said Rasulullah is murdered. His head is on the lap of whom? Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Everyone else dispersed. Everyone else is busy appointing who's Khalifa, who's not Khalifa. She said, when I read this, I saw that in this moment, the most important thing any Muslim can do is to be next to the Holy Prophet. Nothing else in this moment is more important than the Holy Prophet's burial and salah and the ceremony, burial ceremony. Nothing is important. And the one that is only there is Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Everyone else is busy doing something else. I found out that Ali ibn Abi Talib is haqq and everyone else is batil. I accepted Ali ibn Abi Talib as my commander of the faithful. One event that we have read many times and we have heard many times, but we just passed by it. Nope. And these nights, we're going to take the lives of the companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, and we take only a couple of them because we have only 10 nights. And we look some of their sayings, some of their movements, some of their gesture. And we look at it from psychological point of view and social point of view. What we can learn from them, learning from others' experience so we won't become experience for others. Companionship. Why it is important for us to talk about companions, Ansar. The problem is, the reason why, because every leader, every movement, in order to move forward, it needs a leader and a team and companions. Ansar, soldiers. Movement cannot go forward by one individual. The commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, in Nahj al-Balagha, Sermon 26, after the Khilafah was taken away from him, he says, فَنَظَرْتُ فَإِذَا لَيْسَ لِي مُعِينٌ إِلَّا أَهْلُ بَيْتِ. I looked and found that there is no supporter for me except my family. فَظَنِنْتُ بِهِمْ عَنِ الْمَوْتِ فَأَغْضَيْتُ عَلَى الْغَذَى. So I refrained from thrusting them unto death. Because we have heard, unfortunately, that Amir al-Mu'mineen, after Rasulullah passed away and was murdered, he left everything. He said, okay, you guys want to take the Khilafah? Okay, take it. Nope. Do you know that Amir al-Mu'mineen, by the command of Rasulullah, he was ordered, "O Ali, after me, this and this and this and this will happen to you. If you have 40 soldiers," how many? Alhamdulillah, some people with us. How many? If you have 40 soldiers, fight. If you don't have 40 soldiers, do not fight. So for 3 nights, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, he brought Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha on a ride. They would go to different houses of Ansar and Muhajirin. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Who is it? Ali ibn Abi Talib and Fatima al-Zahra. Yes, how can I help you? Have you forgotten Ghadir? No, I have not forgotten Ghadir. Well, you did not pledge allegiance. You went and pledged allegiance with other people. Well, you know, excuses where I've always said, all of us, brothers and sisters, we all have one PhD. All of us. All of us, we have PhD in excuses. All of us, unanimously. As soon as something comes, we bring the best excuses. Oh, this happened, my wife was sick, and this. Imam said, okay, if you want to aid me, tomorrow, shave your head, wear your kafan, come with your sword to this X place, so I know I have 40 soldiers, I can take the Khilafah back. For himself, no. For you and I. Tomorrow morning comes, Salman, Meghdad, only 2-3 people come. The next day, Imam says, then فَنَظَرْتُ فَإِذَا لَيْسَ لِي مُعِينٌ إِلَّا أَهْلُ بَيْتِي فَظَنِنْتُ بِهِمْ عَنِ الْمَوْتِ. I looked and found that there is no supporter for me except family, so I refrained from thrusting them unto death. Even the commander of the faithful, Amir al-Mu'mineen, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, he says, I don't have a supporter, I'll sit home for 25 years. But in Khutbah al-Shakhshaqiyya, the third sermon of Nahj al-Balagha, وَالَّذِي فَلَقَ الْحَبَّ وَبَرَأَ النَّسَمَ لَوْلَا حُضُورُ النَّاصِرِ وَقِيَامُ الْحُجَّةِ وَمَا أَخَذَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى الْعُلَمَاءِ أَنْ لَا يَقِرُّوا عَلَى كِظَّةِ ظَالِمٍ وَلَا سَغَبِ مَظْلُومٍ لَأَلْقَيْتُ حَبْلَهَا عَلَى غَارِبِهَا. Behold, by him who split the grain and created living beings, if people had not come to me and supporters had not exhausted the argument, I would have left this. Why with Khilafah? Khilafah to me, that in my view, this world of yours is not better than the sneezing of a goat. Don't think I need Khilafah. Don't think I need the leadership. No. What is Khilafah to me? I am Khalifatullah. People accept it or don't accept me. I am Khalifatullah on earth. People don't come to me. People don't aid me. I am Khalifatullah, even though I sit at home 25 years. And I have to accept one, the first, and the second, and the third. I was patient while speck in my eyes and a bone in my throat. I know, mashallah, you are very educated within a religion. You see where I'm going with this. Imam Ali didn't have Ansar. May Allah, we're sitting here, may Allah curse those people who did not aid Amir al-Mu'mineen. Mustafa, what have you done for the Imam of your time? What have I done for Imam of my time? Or the only thing is my concern is my bills to pay, that dream house to buy, that game to get, that dream car to buy, to just finish education and go masters and PhD and all. And why don't you come, brother? Why don't you come, sister, to Dua Kumail Thursday night? Sheikh, I have studies. Excuses. Sheikh, are you against studying? God forbid. قال رسول الله طلب العلم فريضة على كل مؤمن ومؤمنة على كل مسلم ومسلمة. Gaining knowledge is obligatory. But if I plan my day accordingly, I can come to majalis, I can do my dua and nutbah, I can do my dua kumail, and I can study also. Imam Ali didn't have companions. Imam Hassan, people came to Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, oh Imam, why don't you stand against Muawiyah? Why don't you fight against him? Imam says, قال والله ما سلمت الأمر إليه إلا أني لم أجد أنصارا ولو وجدت أنصارا لقاتلته ليلي ونهاري. Wallah, Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam don't swear easily. Unfortunately, within some culture, every 5 words, 10 of them is Wallah. Wallah, I did this. Wallah, I did this. Wallah, barahit. Wallah, Wallah, Wallah. No. Imams of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, when they use Wallah, there's a reason behind it. Imam says, Wallah ma sallamtu al-amr ilayh. By God, I did not give the Khilafah, I did not accept and sign the treaty with Muawiyah, except Allah anni lam ajidu ansaran. Because I did not find companions, I did not find soldiers to stand by me. Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, which we think, we just have heard, because I, Mustafa, don't have time to read the lives of my own Imam. I've heard that Imam Hassan was weak. He didn't do anything. He just said and he accepted the Muawiyah and signed the treaty. Imam Hussein was the brave one. No. Imam Hassan 2 or 3 times he prepares an army. He goes Muawiyah with his tricks. He buys the whole army and he buys the leader of the army. وَلَوْ وَجَدْتُ أَنصَارًا لَقَاتَلْتَهُ لَيْلِي وَنَهَارِي. If I would have had companions, the amount of my fingers, I would have fought back. Everybody needs soldiers. Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam, Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam, they came to him and they told him, Imam, this is the time. Bani Umayyah are fighting with Bani Abbas. This is the time for you to raise. Imam say, you think I have companions? You think I have soldiers? They said, of course, we're all ready for you. He said, really, you are ready? He said, yes, I'm really ready. The individual was sitting. Imam said, go sit in the oven. There was an oven, a burning oven. He said, Imam, we are ready to fight. Imam said, you are ready to fight? Go to this oven. I have PhD in excuses. Imam said, sit. Abd, one of Imam's servant, walked in. An Abd, he walked in. Imam told him, go sit in the oven. Salaamu alaykum, sam'an wa ta'atan. He took his slippers, put it under his arm. He opened the oven. He sat in the burning oven and he closed the lid and he said, Imam continued the discussion with this individual who claimed, Imam, we are ready for war. We are ready to take the Khilafah back. After a period of time, this person thought that, okay, this person is ash. Let's start a burial ceremony. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Imam tells him, leave. He opens the lid. He comes out. He removes the dust. He wears slippers. Ma'a salama. He leaves the house. Imam says, how many people are like this within you? He said, Imam, none. Imam told him to another individual, if I had the amount of these goats, if I had soldiers, I would have fought back. Imam al-Baqir, Imam al-Salih alayhi salam, they counted there were 17 people. Imams didn't have 17 people. The only Imam that people wrote, Imam, come, we will aid you. 18,000 letters. Some of the letters were signed by more than one individual. 18,000 letters reached Imam Hussein alayhi salam that, Imam, come, we are ready to fight against Yazid. We are tired of this disgusted individual. Imam accepted it. He started. He came. Sent Muslim ibn Aqil. 18,000 people pledged allegiance with Muslim ibn Aqil. At the beginning of Salah, 18,000 people behind him. By the Salat of Isha, handful of people. He came to alleys of Kufa. Those handful of people also gone. Allahumma ajjal walika al-faraj. Allah, why don't you send Imam Mahdi for us? I'm ready. Am I ready? What is my objective in life? So the goal is what I can learn from the companions of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, that Imam says, Inni la a'lam. I don't know any companions better than these people that I have. When Imam Hussein alayhi salam says, he's not exaggerating. They did it. We learn from them. We do it. So Sheikh, Imam Mahdi is waiting for us. I thought we're waiting for him. No, Imam Mahdi is waiting for us. We're still not waiting for him yet. Muntadhir, where the Imam says, if you die while you are muntadhir, while you are true awaited one for the Imam of your time, you die as a shaheed. I'm not a muntadhir yet. Priority in my life is something else. It's not Imam Mahdi. I have a good life. Forget about people who don't have a good life. Who cares? Shias are being killed on a daily basis, on an hourly basis in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, everywhere they've been massacred. I don't care. Bloodshed everywhere. I don't care. I had shared. The only thing I care, my bills are paid. I have a good health insurance. I have a car that I drive. I have the latest iPhone. I have the latest technology. Roof on the top of my head, food on the table. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Why should I care anymore? Not seeing the pain that is afflicting the Imam of our time on a daily basis. Learning from others' experience, not becoming experience for others. This hadith, beautiful hadith, which unfortunately, it's like you've seen these shock when they shock you. To awaken you, this should be awaken us. That Imam Mahdi ajralallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif. So we said companions is needed, soldiers are needed. For every leader, soldiers are needed. Imam Mahdi ajralallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif, he does not have 313 companions. How do we know? Hadith in Akmaluddin wa Itmam al-Na'mah by Sheikh al-Saduq, volume 2, page 378. A person, Abdul Azim ibn Abdullah al-Hassani. Abdul Azim, those who have been to Iran, Tehran, he's buried there. He came to Imam al-Jawad alayhi salam. And Imam said, he asked Imam Jawad about Imam Mahdi ajralallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif. It's a lengthy hadith. I'm trying to get to the point that I'm trying to discuss. يجتمع إليه من أصحابه عدة أهل بدر 313. His first companions, his generals, are 313. من أقصى الأرض, from all around the world. وذلك قول الله عز وجل أينما تكونوا يأتي بكم الله جميعا. And this is by the verses of the Holy Quran. Wherever you are, Allah will bring you together. This 313, on the night that Imam is going to reappear, they all will gather in Mecca. فإذا اجتمعت, pay attention for those who understand Arabic, and I'll translate. فإذا اجتمعت له هذه العدة من أهل الإخلاص أظهر الله أمره. If these 313, how many? If these 313 are ready, فأظهر الله أمره. Allah will send him back. فإذا كمل له العقد وهو 10,000 رجل خرج بإذن الله عز وجل. 313, when they are ready, Imam Mahdi will reappear. And then these generals, under them, there are 10,000 soldiers. When that 10,000 soldiers gather together, he will start his movement of bringing peace and tranquility to this life. So we don't have 10,313 companions for the Imam. How many millions of Muslims? How many billion Muslims? From those 1.5 billion or 2 billion Muslims, let's argue, let's just for the sake of argument, I'm not with numbers and I know there's off, but let's say from this 2 billion Muslims, 1 billion for the sake of argument, there are followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. From this 1 billion followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, there are not 313 companions. Shame on you, Mustafa, that you haven't become yet one of those 313. Shame on me. Imam Ali said, if I didn't have companions, I left him. After Abu Bakr is gone, Umar is gone, Uthman is gone, people rush toward Amir Mu'mineen. Imam, we want to pledge allegiance with you. Okay, I'm ready for you. When you are ready, I'm ready. Imam Hassan didn't have companions. Imam Hussein, they wrote for him and they betrayed him. They left him with 72, 84, maximum 145 according to different narrations. They left him. What have I done for the Imam of my time? What have I done? I'm ready. Listen to this analysis. Within Philadelphia, there was a governor. Within this Philadelphia area, within this county, there was one light. The governor said, I have 14 light bulbs. These light bulbs will enlighten you, will guide you, will stop chaos and will prevent chaos from your community. Protect these guides, protect these lights. He comes and there's only one light pole. The governor comes first day, he puts the first light bulb. We come together with a slingshot, we like this, hey, we broke the first one. The governor comes, he puts the second one. Kids come again together, they take a big stone, they break it. The third, the fourth, the fifth, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. We're playing ball, we shoot the ball, heads, oh sorry, it breaks. We're waiting, darkness all over the place, chaos all over the place. It's dark, bloodshed everywhere, chaos everywhere. Governor, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam. Can you put one more light? Sorry. One more light, please. Nope. We beg you. Nope. We plead to you. Nope. We shed tears. Nope. We do dua. Nope. We promise you. Nope. You broke 13 of them. Who guarantees that you will not break the last one of them? We come together. Nope. Go stay in darkness. Bloodshed. Chaos. Those 14 lights are Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Starting Rasulullah all the way to the end, the Imam of our time. Rasulullah poisoned. Imam Ali alayhi salam struck. Imam Hassan poisoned. Imam Hussein killed. Imam Sajjad poisoned. Imam al-Baqir poisoned. Imam al-Sadiq poisoned. Imam Al-Qadhim, poisoned. Prison 14 years and poisoned. Imam al-Rida alayhi salam, poisoned. Imam al-Hadi, Jawad, poisoned. Imam al-Hadi, poisoned. Imam Hassan al-Askari, poisoned. Allah said, enough. Enough. You don't want to be guided? You don't want to reach salvation? You don't want prosperity? You don't want tranquility? Enough is enough. I'll keep the last one. Go stay in darkness. Kill one another. World War I, millions of people died. World War II, millions of people died. After Rasulullah's martyrdom, millions of people died. Death after death after death, bloodshed, chaos, corruption. Until we come together as a community, until I make my objective in life, how can I serve the Imam of my time? Can I serve my Imam now? Yes, that will be discussion in the coming nights. How can I serve the Imam of my time? In the coming nights. Can I become one of his soldiers? Yes. قال أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام من أراد شيئا ناله أو بعضه. If I put goal, I want to become one of those 313. Okay, that's a goal. Whatever I can do to make me close to those things. I think every day 313, every day I put in a fridge, I put everywhere I have 313. I want to become one of those people. Man arada shay'an. If you want something, nalahu, you will reach it. أو بعضه. Or you'll be one of those 10,000 people. We can do it or not. Yes or no? Alhamdulillah, some people believe. Yes or no? We can. It is possible. Those people who came and aided Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam, they were not infallibles. One Uthmani, one Turki, one Nasrani, one Abd, different ages, different backgrounds, different nationalities, different ethnicity. Everything was different about them. They were not ma'soom. But Imam al-Baqir and Imam al-Sadiq stand in front of the dharih of them. Assalamu alaikum ya ansara dinillah. Oh, peace be upon you, the one who have aided the religion of Allah. In another dua, ya ansar Allah, the one who have aided Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can we become one of them? Yes. How? How can we do it? Inshallah, in the coming nights. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the blessing of these nights, by the blessing of these black curtains, by the blessings of the tears that inshallah we will shed for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, to make us amongst the companions of Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala farajuh al-sharif. Within narration, we have that when Prophet Adam ala nabina wa alayhi salam, when he was sent out of the heaven, فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ وَمِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ. Allah taught him. He learned from Allah some words, some dua. And he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by this dua to forgive him. The dua was أنه رأى ساق العرش وأسماء النبي والأئمة فلقنه جبرائيل. Jibreel tells Adam, say these words, Allah will forgive you. O Adam, say, يا حميد بحق محمد, يا عالي بحق علي, يا فاطر بحق فاطمة, يا محسن بحق الحسن والحسين ومنك الإحسان فلما ذكر الحسين. When Prophet Adam ala nabina wa ali alayhi salam, when he mentioned the name of Hussein, انكسر سالت دموعه. When he mentioned the name of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he started shedding tears. وانخشع قلبه, his heart melted. وقال يا أخي جبرائيل, oh brother Jibreel, Prophet Adam is asking Jibreel, في ذكر الخامس ينكسر قلبي. Oh Jibreel, why is it after I mentioned the name of Rasulullah Muhammad, after I mentioned Ali, I mentioned Fatima, I mentioned Hassan, as soon as I mention Hussein, my heart breaks. I see my eyes are full of tears. What has happened? What happened? What is significant about this name that makes me shed tears and I cannot control myself and I keep sobbing and sobbing? يا أخي وما هي قال يقتل عطشانا قلبي وتسيل عبرتي. قال جبرائيل ولدك هذا يصاب بمصيبة تصغر عندها المصائب. O Adam, this son of yours, he will face a tragedy that all the other tragedies will be small compared to what he faces on the day of Ashura. Only for a couple of hours what befell on the light on Ahl al-Bayt alayhim salam, on Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. فقال يا أخي وما هي? What is this tragedy? Oh Jibreel, what is this tragedy that is combined with the name of Hussein, that when I hear this name I start shedding tears? He says يقتل عطشانا غريبا وحيدا فريدا. Oh Adam, this individual Imam, this Imam will be killed while he's stranger, while he's alone, lonely. He's an individual, lonely amongst 30,000 people. These people that invited him, oh Adam, while he's thirsty, they will be killing him. لَيْسَ لَهُ نَاصِرٌ وَلَا مُعِينٌ. He doesn't have any aid. He doesn't have any companions. He stands and he says, أَلَا مِن نَاصِرٍ يَنْصُرُنَا. Is there anyone to aid us? Is there anyone to come and aid the family of Rasulullah? وَلَوْ تَرَاهُ يَا آدَمُ وَهُوَ يَقُولُ وَأَعْطَشَا. While he's standing and it has been 3 days that he hasn't drank water, him and his family, they are thirsty. They will kill him while he is thirsty. وَقِلَّةَ نَاصِرًا حَتَّى يَحُولُ الْعَطَشْ بَيْنَهُ وَبَيْنَ السَّمَاءِ كالدخان فلم يجبه أحد إلا بالسيوف. While he's screaming, I am thirsty, please give me some water, aid me. He doesn't have any aid. And Prophet Adam ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam, فَبَكَى آدَمُ وَجِبْرِئِيلُ بُكَاءَ الثَّكْلَى. Thekla is the mother who has a young son and who has passed away. In a tragic history, has passed away. They call her Thekla, the one, a mother. How she cries and she cries. That narration says Prophet Adam and Jibreel, this is before even the creation of the Adam and everyone else, they all cried. And this is one event. Another event, like tonight, like the first night of Muharram, Ibn Shabib walks into the presence of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam. Where Imam al-Rida alayhi salam says, يا ابن شبيب إن المحرم هو الشهر الذي كان أهله الجاهلية يحرمون فيها الظلم. Even at the time of ignorance, even before Rasulullah, the time of ignorance, they would not fight in these months because they are months of haram, they are forbidden. But within this month, in this month, وَلَا حُرْمَةِ نَبِيَّهَا, these people who called themselves Muslim, they did not respect the honor and dignity and sanctity of Rasulullah. They came, لَقَدْ قَتَلُوا فِي هَذَا الشَّهْرِ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ وَسَبُوا نِسَاءَهُ. It was within this month, Imam al-Rida alayhi salam is telling Ibn Shabib, it was within this month that the family of Rasulullah, the daughters of Rasulullah were taken in prison. The grandson of Rasulullah that they invited, they killed him while he was thirsty. يا ابن شبيب إن كنت باكيا لشيء فابكي للحسين. Ibn Shabib, if you want to cry for anything, there is no tragedy more severe than the tragedy of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Ibn Shabib, if you want to cry for something, cry for Imam Hussein alayhi salam and for the tragedy of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Why? Because in كنت باكيا لشيء فابكي للحسين ابن علي ابن أبي طالب فإنه ذبح كما يذبح الكبش. They killed Hamda and they slaughtered him the way that they slaughter an animal. ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. Let us raise our hands. The moment of dua, Imam Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif have said within the narration that when you gather within the majalis of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and you hear and you remember the Masa'ab of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, if you pray for my reappearance, I will pray for you and you have my mercy. So let us all raise our hand, brothers and sisters, all of us together, asking by the blessing of these nights, by the mercy of these nights, by the loneliness of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, to hasten the appearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajlallah Ta'ala Faraj Sharif. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma حجة ابن الحسن. Everybody. ما شاء الله. Louder. في هذه الساعة وفي كل. Louder. وليا وقائدا. ما شاء الله. ودليلا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات رحم الله من قرأ سورة المباركة الفاتحة مع الصلوات.